Hi everyone, welcome. So today I'm going to talk about how we can do a complete backtesting of a strategy, and I'm going to talk about a very simple strategy. I'm going to backtest a moving average strategy. So I'll talk about what are the rules. So here I'm putting SBIN on a 5-minute time frame. I have added moving average here, so you can see it's a simple moving average with 14 period. And all I want to do is I would like to buy the stock if it goes above the moving average. That means I will buy it here and I will just exit the stock once it goes below the moving average. So a very simple strategy. This is where I'm going to buy, this is where I'm going to sell, and I will keep doing it for let's say 1 month of data, and we can check whether it's working or not. So I'll talk about the coding part now. So again, at the top I've already added the app ID, then I've done my access token also. This is where I'm putting all the rules. So I'm using SMA 14 period on SBI. I'm going to use it on a 5-minute time frame, and let us test it for 1 month of data. So this is 1st March 2025 to 1st April 2025. So the first thing is obviously we will have to get the historical data, and for getting the historical data, this is the format. So I'm putting this symbol, I'm putting the resolution, which is 5 minutes. Date format is basically I'm going to put strings, and I'm putting continuous flag even though it's not required. And again, we have already done this before, right? So this is the historical data. Then once I've got the historical data, then I am checking here. So if there is no problem in getting the data, it is first going to print out the OHLC response. So let's run it till here and see how the OHLC data looks like. So I'm going to run the code now, and you can see this is how the data looks like. So we have the OHLC data here. So this is the time, this is the open, high, low, close, and we have the volume. So this is how we are getting all the data points. So that's the first part, and it is getting saved in this variable called response. So I'm going to just make this a comment. Then once I've got that data, I'm just converting or mapping that data, and I'm putting it in this data variable. So I'm just converting it into a data variable, and then this is where I'm going to calculate the moving average. So I'm using this simple moving average, which is essentially I'm first slicing the data. So I'm going to slice the data, and then I'm going to sum them. So as you can see, I'm going to sum all the data points for the last, let's say, 14 periods, and then divide by SMA value length, which is 14. So essentially this is how I'm doing it, and I'm going to save that in this SMA data. So I'm getting a new variable, I could say, and I'm saving all the data in this SMA data. So I'm going to run it now, and let us see how this looks like. So you can see here that we have got the data. So now it has been converted into more like an array, where I have the timestamp, the open, high, low, close, volume, and the SMA. Now obviously the first few data points will be null because I need minimum 14 data points, and after that you can see I've started to get the data. So this is working fine. This is working fine here. So once I've got this, once I've got my SMA data, now I'm going to start with the backtesting. So I'm going to start with the backtesting now. Let me just minimize these. And so initially we are saying we are not in a position, so our initial position is null. I have my no entry price, no profit and loss. So I'm just initializing some variables. Now this is the backtesting part. So I'm checking whether I have got I've reached the first 14 rows. If not, I'm just returning it because there is no data there. Once I've reached the first 14 rows, this is where I'm testing it. So the rule is if the closing price is above the SMA value, so that means the closing price is above this SMA here, and the position is not long, that means I'm not in a position, I'm going to update the position to long. That means I'm saying that I am in a buying position now. I'm going to put entry price as the closing price, and then I'm going to just save the entry timestamp so that I can summarize it later, and I'm going to print console.log buy. And so this is the buying entry, and then this is the exit entry, where I'm saying if the closing price is below this SMA value and the position is long, that means I'm already in a buying trade, then I'm going to find the exit price, which is again the closing price. I'm going to find out what is my PNL, which is my exit price minus the entry price, and I'm going to make this profit and loss. I'm just going to keep adding it. That's my cumulative final profit and loss. Now to put it in a better format, because this timestamp is not a very easily readable format, so what I'm doing is I'm just converting it into a more readable format where I am putting it into a entry date and exit date variable, and then I'm pushing all those data points, so the entry date, the entry time, the entry price, the exit date, exit time, exit price, and the PNL into this trades array. And once I've got that, I'm going to just print it out. So this is where I'm printing out the complete array. So let's run the code now, the entire code, and you can see this, we have got all the results. So if you go up, it will tell what were the buying prices, what was the exit prices. It will also tell us the total profit and loss was about 28 points. And then here is where you are getting all the individual trades. So we are getting the entry date, the entry time, the entry price, exit date, exit time, exit price, and the PNL. So we can actually check one of them. So let's say we check for the 1st April, the entry is coming at 9:25. So let's check that out. So on 1st April, if we go to 9:25, we can see here at 9:25 on the 1st of April, it has broken this moving average. So our entry should be at 775.15, which is the closing price. And you can clearly see it is 775.15. And then the exit comes at 10:20 at 776, which is correct here. As you can see here at 10:20, I am getting the exit at 776. So that's the first trade, and it's obviously a minorly profitable trade. Then let's look at the second trade. It comes here at 12:10 at 769. So you can see here 12:10 at 769, and again it is getting exited at 1 o'clock at 769.5. So you can see here at 1 o'clock 769.5, and again we are getting this a slightly profitable trade. And this is how the entire strategy is working. You can check for each day what is a PNL, and we have been able to find out the PNL. Now obviously you can make this a even more complex strategy by adding targets, by adding stop losses. All those things are possible, but I wanted to show you how basic backtesting is done. So I hope that is clear. Thank you for joining in, and I hope you enjoyed the video.